Yo. Oh shit. What's up, everyone? I hope you guys can see me well. I feel like this might be a little, I don't know. Okay, I think it's good. Welcome back to my channel. I got some notes again, still polishing all that off. This video is about integrating, spiritual life and physical life. But before I go on, I want it to be, I want to make clear that, you know, I'm gonna say a lot of things in these videos. Like, I'm gonna start my videos on some broad subjects and start narrowing down as I get more interaction with people or emails, or you know, somebody pokes out one thing I said in a video, like a small concept, and I would easily be able to make a video on that. Like, the things I write down and stuff can be talked about in depth on their own. So I want that to be known. Like, that's kind of that therapy, that counseling, that advocating type of essence. Like, that's the essence of this channel. So please reach out with anything. That's what is gonna help. That's our advantage. All right, working together. So yeah, basically, where do I begin? So this is something that's very relevant to my life right now, regarding me and the people I love, like the people closest to me. And just, I think it's big for just everybody. Like, it's just important for everybody. And a reason I'm very passionate about it is because I'm a Pisces myself. I'm not gonna make everything just zodiac, but being a Pisces is like, that's within our nature. We're like already an infinite duality of spiritual and physical, of God and human. That's what's inside of us. That's what we are lost as Pisces. We are lost in life. Our soul is lost if you are not able to forge the bridge between the two. And the word is integrate, like, you know, like that, like not just like find a connect. It's like perfectly mesh or meld, whatever. Combine the two. It's, sorry, my dad's talking. But it's so important. And I guess I'll start with the zodiacs because like I began with that, and then I'll just branch from there. You have signs like Capricorn or Taurus that are very skilled and blessed with earthly delights and things of this realm, of the outer world, really. Okay, then you have signs like Pisces or like Scorpio that are very inner world, that are very kind of expanded into the mind and spirituality, and like getting through certain things, fears, death, transformation. Honestly, I would like to think the spiritual is more important than the physical, but not one is really over the other. Like most things in life, you should have balance. Now, spirituality doesn't mean going to get a religion, or like even finding a new faith, okay? What it means is intently following and listening to your heart and mind, all the way down to the core of your being, which I would call the soul. Like your individual consciousness. Hold on, I think somebody's about to, no, whatever. But anyway, so yeah, when you start following your mind and heart, it takes you to hard places. It takes you to struggle. It's hard for the Taurus to become the Scorpio. It's hard for the Scorpio to become the Taurus. They're actually opposites on the chart. So it'll take you to a lot of fear. But when you are presented with that fear, that's what makes all the difference, is how you react to it. You can react to fear by flinching, or you can get through the flinching habit. And that's one of the things I do with, like, I've started practicing with like cold showers, and particularly cold showers, they have a ton of benefits and things that you can get from benefits that you get from it. But one of the main ones that is actually super beneficial is a psychological phenomenon called the flinch habit. When you see a cold shower of frigid water, everybody's seen that, or it's turned cold in their shower. You can hardly breathe. Nobody wants to step into that. Nobody wants to go right into that fear or that feeling of just discomfort. And physically going and doing it every day will help. Like the small steps of just putting yourself in the position to do it, you're gonna, in other areas of life, you're gonna practice the same principle. You're going to be able to, your mind may even go back to like this, the morning of, or just like, you've been doing it for a week and something happens outside. You got to kind of like act. It might not be exactly fight or flight, but it's, it could be something like even inner. Like I said, telling somebody something you don't want to tell them, or, moving through fear. Everybody has it. You need to be able to accept that you have it and know what it is that you fear. And once you start doing that, life starts to click. So there are people I know that they're so skilled in either just the inner or the outer, the physical or the spiritual. Let's go with the spiritual, because that's somebody in my mind specifically comes to mind whenever I think this person is so skilled in the inner world, the inner machinations of their being, what makes them tick, what makes other people tick. Like they're so good, they understand other people's inner world through intuition, through some psychic kind of clairvoyance in a way, which I believe in. Small things like that. It's not like like that. It's, there's real subtle wavelengths and things that you can pick up on, and even psychological cues and physical cues, whatever. I digress a lot. These, and I lose my train of thought a lot, sorry. This person that is very involved in their spiritual life should have the world at their fingertips when I look at them, and it's all within them. Like everything is within them. And as great as that is, and as powerful as that sounds, because it is, not everybody has that. I would like to think everybody can get that ability or that gift, but I'm not gonna even sit here and tell you that everybody's like this person I'm thinking of. This person suffers every day because this person can't integrate the spiritual with the physical. And this video isn't like just for that person. It's not about, these videos aren't about that. It's because this is, like I said, nailing in the lessons. Like I said in my last video, it should be addressed and spoken about, but it will come a time when that person has to move through the fear of working through the inner blockages that would help her access the earthly benefits of what she's been working on within herself. Oh, I said her, I wasn't gonna say the gender, but whatever. Like that, those types of things are gonna help with putting words, thoughts, and energy, specifically energy, into action. And that's another thing. Like, spirituality comes from, your heart and mind, your essence, your soul, what I would like to call it. And energy versus words. Like, this person I'm talking about is so good at being able to speak in terms of energy. They can make energy in layman's terms in a way. And it took a while for me when I would talk to this person, to understand exactly what they meant. But when you start to feel the flow of things and the way energy works, and I know I talk a little vague right now. Like I said, I need to polish a lot of this off. it's amazing, and like it's truly a gift because she's so skilled with what's going on inside of her, but it's like, I mean, this person, there's a lot of things they're missing in life still, and like there's a lot of things that they need help translating into the physical, that type of forward moving motion. um and you know, when it comes to this, when it comes to trying to live a fulfilling life and be like, you know, I'm balanced or whatever, I have, my inner world's good, I'm happy there, I can't even detect any fear or whatever. And then you have like all the good physical things, you're attracting wealth, health, love, connection, you're putting out positive thoughts. Like all these things are so, I forgot what my main topic was on that, but like I guess what I was trying to say is like people will start to be like, who am I? Like who is really me? Like what is my inner world? Like how do I even connect to that? And that's a whole entire video on itself, I believe. So one thing I would like to scratch the surface of with that, because I don't even know how long this is already, is synchronicities. And that is one of the best and easiest and most casual kind of ways to really start to speak to like you. And a synchronicity is something that, you know, it synchronizes it. It's like an omen of sorts. Like it's a sign, it's a divine message that either your higher self put there, the universe, the cosmos, however you would like to look at it. Those are things like when you look at the clock and it says a certain time, and every time you look at that time, like you get the same feeling, or like something just happened and then you look at the time, or it could be like a luck thing, or like even bar the time thing, it could be like most synchronicities probably for most people, like they're just not even recognized, maybe by full ignorance, or sometimes even in my case, and I tell you, I always try to be my best person. In my past, there's been things where I just kind of I willingly kind of like throw it in the recesses of my mind, like the subconscious, like this is something I have to deal with later, but let me just like throw it back there because it hurts right now, or it's like I don't want to deal with that reality. And that is where you would fail by integrating the two of what we're talking about, the two things, because it's all about letting everything process. And I wish I thought, like, I mean, I literally this past week have had so many synchronicities that like there were really really good examples that I should have brought up. Like I can't think of any right now. You know, one very common one for me is music. It lies in music. So often, whenever I find something, it's something that's relevant to your life, when you're like, oh, isn't that coincidental or something like that. Like I'll be going through a hard time or some type of like breakup within my heart or something with like a relationship with somebody, and it's not like I willingly go listen to sad music or whatever. Like I'll be like at work or somewhere, and like I'll just hear a song playing in the background, and it would have been a song I could have been listening to or I've heard my entire life or something like that. And like I don't know, I guess this isn't the best example for synchronicity because it's usually more just like in the moment and subtle than this, but still, like that'll be a whole other video, don't worry. It like the song pertains exactly to like what the artist is saying in their words specifically. It's usually the lyrics. They'll say something that is like what happened that same day or the day before, and it's almost uncanny. It's like, and they'll say something that might be sort of like a solution to it, or something that is like a perfect expression of what I'm feeling. And that's the beautiful thing about art and stuff, because like that is what helps you connect to the other people that experience what you experience, and that in turn helps you realize like who you are, or that people like you, or that you're not alone and stuff like that. And one of the last things I want to cover in this video's kind of been all over the place. It's not my favorite right now. I'll have to polish these off even more, but it's okay, I'm still learning. is empowerment. And empowerment is the feeling that you will never want to lose once you feel it. It's just like total ownership of yourself and your like integrity, like what you stand for. If you stand for something, you're a strong person, in my opinion. Like, you're strong. Like, whether whatever your intention is beside that. You know what I mean? If you have a strong personality, if you stand for something and you aren't easily wavered, that's awesome. You show a lot of self-care, a lot of self-worth, and you know, that's very attractive. That's very, positive. And yeah, I don't know. I kind of lost my train of thought. I really want to keep talking. Sometimes I gotta just like stop, pause, and think a little bit. And I know YouTube isn't the best place to do that. I only have a certain amount of time and things to get my point across. But when I'm able to like edit videos, and when I get a laptop again and things like, when I get more serious about this, I assure you it's gonna be very wholesome. Because right now I feel like I don't know. I don't want to get into all of it, but everything's straight. I just don't want anybody watching this to continue ignoring things that it's in a way yourself trying to help you. Moving through fear is the greatest thing you could ever do. I've had intense fears before, and anxieties, and things that totally warped who I was. And it took a lot to get over all that. And I understand why somebody doesn't want to. But you will never really be fulfilled in life, I don't think. You just kind of settle for things. And yeah, I don't know. It just all starts with the self. And I don't know. I think I'm just going to wrap this one up, guys. I might just start recording like the next video right now. I just want to keep talking. I don't know if I want to keep going on this discussion, but regardless, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And yeah, I'm gonna have to learn how to properly say goodbye and make it quicker. But yeah, just lots of thoughts right now. You guys have a good one. Yeah, peace out.